Good day. These are our tomatoes, and it must be about a month later at least than I usually pot these on. I mean, yeah, 6 weeks even, possibly. They're our third sowings. We did 4 marmon seeds in the polytunnel in January, and they're outside hardening off, which is great. Quite sturdy plants, little but sturdy. Our second sowings in February did absolutely nothing, and these are our third sowings, and they're from fresh seed and also saved seed. So just starting over here, this is our Amish paste, saved seed that we've saved ourselves from last year. Doing okay, but you can see there's been pretty poor germination there. Well, not poor, but what am I talking about? Random germination. Then at the front here is Amish paste, saved seed from the year previous. And then at the back, those two at the back are fresh seed from a seed packet. Bizarre. And then at the front here, we've got some seeds from, in fact, many of these are seeds from Gabriella. We've got a one that's similar to Cherokee yellow at the front. Then a super sweet yellow, which hasn't had any germination at all. Then look at these red oxheart. I mean, they've really gone for it, haven't they? Really good germination. Yeah, fantastic. And then popping over here are some Roma, which were seeds that we had. They're doing pretty well. And then from the Vixter, we had these. In fact, we had a whole range of tomato seeds, and I decided to do the Black Crim, the Kosovo, the Rosalita, and the Mille Fleur. And yeah, different germination on each, but yeah, so there you can see that the Mille Fleur and the Rosalita are certainly, which are the ones on the left, are certainly slower, slightly slower than the ones on the right. I'm just going to pop these on. They are now potted on. So we've got Amish paste, Roma and red oxheart in here, some Roma and more Amish paste here, a whole tray of red oxheart here, and then I've kept these to pot on later because they're not quite ready yet. So just leaving those to pot on in a few days. Bye. We had a frost last night and we've lost some of our beans. Some haven't succumbed, others have. So this one at the front here, you can see has succumbed. Those two there are absolutely fine. And that's the story along there. But never mind, I was going to be sowing more where others hadn't germinated, so I will get that done hopefully in the next few days once this cold snap has passed. As you can see, it's a gloriously sunny day. There's my shadow, and it's rather lovely and warm. These lettuce, no issues with them, though there are a few inches off the ground and also sheltered by the edging. So these actually dealt with a temperature of of 0.8 degrees last night. That's what the temperature was here, so clearly there was a frost. I've come down to pick some lettuce though, so let's go and do that. At this point the ground was 0.6 degrees, but these lettuce, which have overwintered, didn't mind that at all. That one is a frise, which is going to seed, so we're going to save seed from it. And then these are romaine that I'm going to harvest to have some for lunch. Lettuce for our wraps at lunchtime. Bye. Good day. I've been thinking about the compost that we got from Ealing Riding Stables quite a bit over the last sort of week. If you've been watching our videos, you will know that some of our plants are doing really well in that compost and some are having a bit of a struggle. And I was wondering why. I thought it might be the nutrient content of the soil, the pH content. And in fact, we are going to do a soil test. I've got a basic soil test kit here, which will measure the pH of the soil and also let us know whether it's good for growing vegetables, flowers, or fruits. But the more I've actually looked at the plants that are doing well and the plants that are not doing well, the more I've realized that I think I know what the issue is. There's quite a bit of wood chip in the compost and also quite a few larger particles, quite a few larger chunks of things in there. And what has obviously happened is we put that onto the edge beds and it has rained and we have also watered it. And what that has done is it's meant that the smaller particles have effectively gone to a lower level in the soil. So now the top layer, I think, is really acting as a mulch on the smaller particles of soil beneath. So when we have sown things in a shallow drill, like the chard and the radish and the turnips, they actually don't have enough soil to get a good purchase and take nutrients up because they don't have long enough roots. Chard obviously will once it gets going, as will other things, but the radish and the turnips don't really have a good root system, or not a deep root system. So I think what it is where we planted things like peas and beans and some of our larger brassicas out, they have been sown or planted about 2 inches down. Certainly the peas and the beans were planted about 2 inches down, or sown rather 2 inches down. The larger brassica plants were planted deeper and certainly well below soil level because they're brassicas. So I haven't actually looked at this, but let's go and have a look at it now, because I think that top layer is pretty sort of mulchy rather than pretty dry mulchy as well, rather than soily. These radish here have obviously been sown pretty shallowly, where the peas have been sown deeper down. So if we have a look on the top, look at this. See what I mean? There's very little soil in that top area. Though if we go down a bit, you see an inch down, got really lovely soil. But on the top, so I think what it is the roots of the more shallowly sown seeds are just not getting down to this level. I think that's what it is. But we will do a soil test and find out about the pH and the nutrients. Good day. Just having a quick look at this flower border bed that we put in a couple of months ago. Aquilegia there. I've noticed that the feverfew is getting flowers on it. Can you see in there? But also, look, black fly. Ugh. Things are generally doing well. I'm taking out weeds where I know they're obvious weeds. So like fat hen. I'm going to come in there. That's fat hen there. There. I don't want fat hen in there. Fat hen is like a spinach. You can eat it, but I'd rather grow spinach. But these, a lot of these that are coming up are bee-friendly seeds that we put in. And I'm noticing, I don't know what many of these are, but I have noticed, where can we see there's a cosmos there? So yeah, there's a few cosmos in there. We've also got other cosmos to go in. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. Those verbascum are doing well. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. I think it's going to be full of colour in a month or two's time, which is lovely. Let's go and have a look at the other area that we're leaving as a flower bed this year. This bed always gets quite a few weeds. It's by the apple tree. We do have wildlife in here. We've got frogs and things in there, so we have to be careful. You can see there's some calendula at the front. We've got fennel. We've got a few things coming up, including, look, a bindweed. Take that out. Yeah, there's a few things coming up. Some more fat hen, which will come out, but here and here. But really not too many. I was hoping for more flower seeds that we put in there to have germinated, but hey, they haven't. So what I am going to do is move some of these calendula that are in this bed and in that bed over there. I'm going to move them into this bed. A very quick transplant job. So I put some calendula along the front, some feverfew in, and then this is a love in the mist as well. I'm going to put a few more wildflower seeds that we have in there. Let's see how they do. I'm going to give that a really good water now. Bye. Good day. This is a elderflower at the side of our sheds, and you can see, I come in here, look at these lovely umbels of tiny flowers, and there are so many coming this year. You can see this is what they look like before they're out, and that's an even tinier one there. That is going to develop into that, which will then develop into this. And we are going to be making elderflower cordial with a good number of these. So I'm looking forward to that. If I come over here, you can see there's quite a lot coming on this one, this branch. It's a bit awkward getting into this shed where we keep our cardboard, but that's fine because we're going to have wonderful elderflower cordial to enjoy in a few months' time. Bye. I was just sitting here enjoying the view, and a little creature trotted along here. There's my foot, so that's how close that is, down that path. And can you see her? Fenella having a little bathe in the shade. She's quite happy there at the end of the garlic. Bless. She's turned around and is having a little wash and a little scratch now. She's going to be wending her way soon, but she's been there for, I don't know, about 25 minutes so far. quite happily. She doesn't even, she just can't be bothered, I don't think. She says, I'm washing my paws and that's what I'm doing. Oh, I'm going to get my back now. I'm going to do my back. Oh, under that leg. Oh, I'm going to do my bit. I'm going to give that a little clean. Oh. Oh. What's she doing? Scratching her nose now. Scenting herself, I suppose. Right, time to go home. I need to harvest some lettuce first. Get this lettuce harvested. And say goodbye to Fenella. Oh, she's up. Oh. Bye bye. Oh no, she says I'll just sit here now. I'll sit here and have a scratch. I don't think you can see her. I've just... There, is she off? Oh. Don't you chomp on those sunflowers. Off she goes. Good day. This is a little flower bed that I have made up outside of the shed. It was a sort of rough area like you can see there. And I had these bricks which I found at the bottom of our road one day and decided to edge them with those bricks. It's not going to be a flower bed. I think it's a herb bed. That's what it is. So I've got oregano in here and over here. I've got thyme at the moment. The thing is, notice the door, sorry, that pole. I've also put this white pipe right down into the ground because I use this black pipe to hold the door back. So when I shut the door, you can see it swings quite close to all of those. So anything that goes into the area that the door covers as it opens needs to be pretty low growing. So I thought oregano would be a good one, because then when it brushes over it, it'll have a lovely scent. What else could I put in there? Anything low growing, really. I might put a geranium in. I think a geranium would be quite nice in the corner there. These are some crocus which didn't really get away from the packet quick enough, and I put them in there just to let them grow this year, and I'll be putting them in the ground somewhere at some point, but that will then leave this area open to put other things in as well. So there we are, a little herb bed, or a little bed outside the shed, which I'm really pleased with. It's rather cute. Bye. It's time for these little beauties to go out. This is our red ball Brussels sprouts, looking okay. And then front here is cauliflower. And then these are our Groninger Brussels sprouts, which are looking very healthy. They're going to replace the broccoli rabe. we've still got some Kale 1000 head in here, which is doing okay. But where there's space, we're putting in the ones I've just shown you, or some of them at least. Others will be going into here. This side we have the Groninger Brussels sprouts, and then you can see smaller red ones in the middle, which are the red ball, and there's another one over there in the corner, and then the rest here are Kale 1000 head. Time to put the hoops and the netting back correctly. The netting is back on, though I do need to cut a longer piece. I think this is the first piece I ever cut and it was too short. So I'll do that tomorrow, but this will do for the time being. Now I'm going to go to the lower brassica bed, which is where you can see the netting on that one. So this is where we planted out those early brassicas 6 weeks ago, maybe. You can see, sorry, just sped. Yeah, there's a few at the end here that we're going to leave in. I mean, a few. Look there, compared to those. So we have two red ball in these smaller ones here. That's what the red ball Brussels sprouts look like. These are Groninger Brussels sprouts. Looking good. And then from here on, the bigger plants are cauliflower. So these three, and the bigger plants over there. I've left some of the smaller ones in. You can see there, that's a calabrese, as are those. But you can see these were actually sown a month before these. So yeah, that experiment didn't work for us. But that's great. That's those two beds sorted. Job done. All in and watered and already looking much better than the poor little specimens we had in before. Okay, bye.